lined up, it's kind of shorter, right? Anybody else know why?
They have rhyming words.
There's rhyming words. Actually, this one doesn't. It's not consistent, but it flows. Right? Anybody else know why it's considered poetry? Yes,
This is poem.
it says poem. Very good. You use the text. All right, good job. And also, there's a lot of symbolism in figurative language. All right, so here's some vocabulary words that you might not know the definition of them. So we're going to go through them. I've circled them for you up here. So if you want to do that, circle them on your paper as we go through. The word up top is called wayfarer. Wayfarer is a traveler or a person who wanders. Someone who's going on a journey, maybe if you're going on vacation, maybe. But here, this is a traveler, like you see in the picture. So I'm going to write that down or circle that word. The next word we see, I underline, is lot. Lot, you might have heard lot in maybe parking lot, like a place where, but in here, it's saying our lot, which means a role in life, your fate, or your destiny, or so you could say. Next word we circled was the word blazing. Blazing is sometimes seen as something that's hot, like a blazing fire. But in this context, this word blazing means making a path. So it's something that you're making. It says blazing pathways, making pathways. The next word is pathways, and we also can see here that it is of routes. Like if you use your GPS or your phone navigation, and it's the highlighted route, which would be your pathway to get to your destination. The next word we circled was gaze. Gaze, I think you've heard before. Can somebody read that and tell me what gaze is? Ever heard it?
To look.
To look. Yeah, very good. Means to look. And the last word we circled was wake. Wake is something, I think you can look at the bottom of your passage. There's another picture. There's two pictures in this passage. If you look down at the bottom, you see this boat. And this is the water that the boat is making. That's a wake. That's the boat's pathway of where it just came from. So that's the word that they're talking about there. All right, now that we know the vocabulary, let's go back and read through the poem. Wayfarer, there is no path. All things move on, and all things stay. But it is our lot to move on blazing pathways. Pathways upon the sea. Wayfarer, your footprints are the pathways and nothing else. Wayfarer, there is no path. The path is made as you walk. As you walk, the path is made. And when you gaze behind, you see the path where you'll never walk again. Wayfarer, there is no path, just the wake upon the sea. All right, so we're going to look at the theme of the poem. As we just read there, what is a word that we see repeated over and over again? Can you done?
Wayfarer.
Wayfarer, right? And why do you think they keep repeating wayfarer?
Because
Can I answer it, G? It's an important word. Maybe it's the character that they're talking about. Yeah, it's basically about the wayfarer, the traveler. Is there another word that keeps repeating itself?
path.
Path? And why do you think they keep repeating the word path?
Maybe because they're trying to find their path.
They're trying to find their path. Very good. And how did you figure that out?
Because they keep saying like pathways, and it says the path is made as you walk.
Very good. like
trying to find
right.
walk to the path.
Very good. Yeah. Use the So let's read the first stanza over again. All things move on and all things stay, but it is our lot to move on blazing pathways, pathways upon the sea. I want you to turn and talk to your group. Each team can turn and talk to their group and talk about what you think that this first stanza is trying to say.
She's trying to
I need you to give me 5. All right, this group right here, what did you talk about? I mean, one person in your group. Stacy, maybe? Can you tell me what your group had talked about in here?
He said that the reading was about the future, where it's going, where the child is going.
Yeah, where the travel is going in the future. Very good. And you use the text to figure that out. That's a great way.
And you don't think it's like they're really walking like on, in the woods on a path? No, okay.
All right, good. So, all right, the second stanza. Wayfarer, your footprints are the pathway and nothing else. Wayfarer, there is no path. The path is made as you walk. In this stanza, what do you think it means when it's like the title of the poem, Wayfarer, there is no path. Why is there not a path? Greg?
Because there's no path connected to each other, like grass is like all connected into the whole.
That's right, but is it really talking about a path in the grass? What do you think they're talking about in this poem? It's not realistic. Anybody want to help them? They make their paths about, what would that be considered? It's not real, it's figurative, very good. Yeah, that's a figurative symbolism that shows them it's not the actual path you're walking on in like nature walk, but it's a path of, yes, Madison?
I was thinking like it's probably like a path
To find your destiny, very good. Yep, that's the central idea of the poem. All right, stanza 3. As you walk, the path is made. And when you gaze behind, you see the path where you'll never walk again. What does that mean, that last? You'll never walk again. You know what that means? Gustavo? No? You got anyone help you out?
Yeah, it's saying like once you make it, you can't go back. You can't go back and do it. So like in this case, future past, like just like in the past, you can't go back.
Right, you can go back in time. Very good. That was great. Good thinking. All right, so when you see the path where you'll never walk in, also in that picture on the second, in the Spanish translation, it shows you the wake. You go behind, you can never go back and make the same wake again. It's already made. All right, last stanza. Wayfarer, there is no path, just the wake upon the sea. Which is what Regan just explained to us, that you can't go back. You can't go back in time to change what already happened. All right, so I have a extended response question for everyone. If you get your writing notebooks out. First I'm going to ask if anyone had any questions. At the moment. You don't get it? Alright. We're trying to say the traveler, the wayfarer. The traveler is on their way of life. So he has an experience choices that make you be where you are today. Now, does that make more sense? Yep.
Writing or reading?
Writing. Sorry. You guys remember me out? Mr. Kane, it logged out. Your computer. Sorry. Alright, everyone put the date on your page. I'm going to put a question up and I want you to copy the question and then respond to it right under it.
Which should take longer, copying the question or